Welcome everyone, I am Michael, your host for Antediluvian Revelations. This is the second episode of the 4th edition podcast reading of the poetic retelling of the Book of Enoch, the Prophet. The complete text of the 4th edition is currently available as a free download in PDF format from polyatloshitpubs.com. Be sure to download your free copy of this revelational guide to the future of mankind. The story of Enoch's transfiguration on Mount Sinai continues in this episode with the beginning of an explanation for the reason God needed to intervene in the evolution of mankind on planet Earth. If it had not been for the crime committed by an errant extraterrestrial originating spacefaring species, humanity would have continued its own evolutionary development to eventually become a peaceful species. Humanity has been cursed by pagan idolaters who worship false gods and the fallen watchers who violated God's commandments prohibiting interference with the evolution of lesser species in the universe. Get ready for the second coming of Jesus Christ. Get ready for the apocalypse. For this event of rarity occurring on Mount Sinai, all who are in the heavens, above the earth, and throughout all of the universe knew what had happened, and for what reason God transfigured an ephemeral being to have eternal spiritual life. Never before had such a change occurred in the path of luminaries. The regularity of movement in the heavens had never before changed. From the normality of rising, setting, and rotation, each within its proper period of action, according to the natural order of things, God had determined none should transgress in the manner that had been transacted there on the earth to cause the beginning of an end to all that everything in the universe obeyed. All of God's creatures and those whom He employed to watch over the lesser of His creations knew, in that moment, that there was a change in Him. His love has always been great and invariable since the dawn of time and opening of the heavens. God's making of all that appears to them was right in its existence, that the whole of the earth was full of water, and that the clouds in the sky above made the dew and the rain to refresh the beauty of every tree in all the seasons of life. God's angels, the Elohim, the shining ones, knew that the cycle of life, withering the leaves falling from the deciduous, was different for the evergreen. The 14 of them are the exception among trees, having no new leaves for 2 or 3 winters. All other beings everywhere in the universe looked again upon what had happened, considering the progression of seasons for other places, such that the days of summer, when the sun shines upon the earth, make everything hot in a new beginning. The heat forces life to seek an evolutionary shade from the burning of the sun, because the earth becomes dried and scorched from the relentless heat, under which no creature may walk upon the ground or over rocks as a consequence of that extreme heat. The obedient ones see the order of life, and how a tree's leaves become green and fruit appears when the time for it to happen has come. The obedient ones understand all of it, and they know that the Eternal One does all these things out of love for all living things. All of God's creations know that His works from the beginning of every existing year, that all of God's works are for His glory, and all of this invariability is subservient to Him. All that happens is God's will, just as He appoints. All that has come to pass has always been His design. These truths are undeniable, just as the rivers flow into the seas and they complete their respective courses. It was a matter of impatience that caused the transgressions. It was a choice those few disobedient ones made, that they could not wait for the fulfillment of the Lord's commandments for His creations. Those disobedient ones could not endure patiently. They blasphemed God's greatness, and malignant were the words in their mouths that opposed his majesty. The withered in heart will never know peace. The accursed will curse all of their days. The years of their lives will perpetually perish, their execration multiplied without enumeration, and they will never receive mercy for their crimes. In the days of judgment the condemned shall bow, resigning peace in the conviction of eternal malediction, being accused by all of the righteous, and even the sinners will curse those disobedient ones, because the sinful execrate with the ungodly. The blessed elect shall possess light, joy, and peace. The righteous and truthful will inherit the new earth, but the unholy transgressors and liars shall be accursed with the malediction of sleeplessness from endless torment. And no peace will they ever have, nor will their souls have rest. In that day, the elect will have wisdom. They will pass the judgment for their trespasses. They will replace impiety with piousness, and they shall humble themselves before God, that they are not prideful in the work of their hands. These who live to know God's mercy and greatness will have prudence, being cautious not to repeat the crime, because those who witnessed the event on Mount Sinai understood the purpose of it all was so that they would know both God's mercy and his punishment at the cycle's end. They will not be condemned the whole period of their lives, nor die in torment and indignation from the guilt of sin. Their days shall be complete as they grow old in peace, while years of happiness multiplied with peace and joy will be with them for the whole duration of their existence. Well, this concludes episode 2 of Antediluvian Revelations, a poetic retelling of the book of Enoch the prophet. This episode presented segments 7 through 12 of Part 1, Canto 1 from the 4th edition. All of the music selections used in these podcasts come from YouTube's content creator resources, and all tracks are copyright free for content creators who publish their works on YouTube. This audio podcast series is available for free on all of your favorite audio platforms or on YouTube in the Polyatlosia Publishing YouTube channel. The mystery of how mankind has been cursed by the interference of an ancient extraterrestrial species will be the focus of this next episode. The crime, the criminals, and their punishment are revealed to all the world when this matter has been concealed for 2,000 years by the pagan heretics who call themselves Catholics. Be sure to subscribe for notifications to the next release. Thank you for listening. I am Michael.